welcome to the Live Free Talk Show. This is our very first talk show, and we're so glad that you tuned in today just to watch us. So now, ladies, we've had a few things that have happened in the last few weeks that I want to talk to y'all about. And I really would love for you all to also chime in on our Facebook pages, our YouTube pages. I know some of you have already watched our show and our commercials and our introduction of each host. And I know you've already been following us. And so I want you to also chime in and tell us what you think about some of the things we're talking about. So, okay. A couple of weeks ago, we had some stuff go on with Rob Kardashian, and I figured I will hold this until today because I didn't want to talk about it on social media. I didn't want to talk about it anywhere but on our show, in our place. And so, what do you think is bad behavior when it comes to your past relationship? If somebody left you, do you think we need to have this conversation on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter? I mean, what is that about?
Absolutely not.
No.
Ever.
Ever.
No.
Ever. No.
You keep pillow talk.
Yes.
But now, now for me, I think he was kind of girly. Okay.
Agreed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It was petty.
But I heard somebody else says, well, but we want a man. They say, we want men to be have feelings and be compassionate and loving. But yet then we come against them when they come and say, no, why did you leave? Or, I miss you. And they make a public gesture. So, are we kind of wrong for that?
To me, there's a thin line. There's a thin line between you being a sensitive creature and you being in touch with your emotions, and then you doing petty things at my expense. There's a thin line between the two. So I don't think that you can compare the two in this situation. I don't know.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. I feel like I was on Rob's team in the beginning. He was hurt, but then he posted those videos, right? Those videos, and it's like you said, what you do in the bedroom or in between, the man and the woman, whatever, that's between you guys. Right. And, if I, not saying that this is me, but if I, was vulnerable with you and I gave you a piece of myself, whether it was a picture or anything, that's for your eyes, not for anyone else's. And then for you to demean me and to make me feel as like an object.
Exactly.
Yes.
People are already scratching to get at, people's lives, the celebrities' lives. So he just made her dog meat.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like as a man, I feel like if you're in a relationship with a woman, women, we're emotional by nature. Right? So we have that, know, so we're going to cry and be upset and we can move in that emotional space. But I feel like as a man, if you have broken up with your woman, you keep what remains between y'all, no matter what. You do not go on social media and air your dirty laundry.
Right.
Well, so
absolutely don't agree
Kalisa, you said it's a thin line.
Yeah.
So what's the thin line between being compassionate and being just flat out, you just too sensitive?
For me, the thin line is compassion comes out of a place of empathy. You are in touch with other people suffering and hurting. That's just me personally. When you go past that line and over into not being able to compose yourself and falling apart and getting messy and sloppy and doing awful things in public, that's when it goes too far for me. Like, you need to be able to compose yourself.
Okay, y'all got to catch me up. So, I seen the Instagram messages, and then I heard about all the other stuff, like with who she's been to bed with and all that. Why they break up? What's going on? Because I need y'all to clue me in. Where they break up? Mickey, did you know why they broke up?
I have no idea.
Why did they break up?
Look at
I don't know why they broke up, but a good source of mine said that they had issues. This is not the first time that they've had similar issues.
Okay.
And the whole shaming and demeaning is not necessarily anything new. It's just we're finally getting a snippet into this facet of their relationship.
Okay.
So.
Well, okay. So now we got China is gone. Is the baby gone too? Because he was
gone.
What do you
mean gone?
Did she take the baby with her?
I don't know if she
Not
took
yet.
the baby.
Because
with
he
her.
had like
I don't
cheese.
think
Didn't
so.
they say something about a restraining order or something? I think I heard something about that.
I think they're currently
read
going
something about
through
A custody battle?
legal
Yeah.
battle.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
still-
Okay,
Yeah.
so I guess by the time everyone is seeing the show, the story will kind of evolve a little bit more. But I just kind of thought that, hey, what? Let it go, bruh. Can you
Agreed.
win your girl in private, not in public? Like,
Right.
let it
I
go.
agree.
Let it go.
I
Especially
totally
on social
agree.
media.
Yes.
Like, why
Yeah,
on
totally
social
agree.
media? I can see if you have a problem with her and you guys have internal struggle and you talk about it with your friends. Or you went over your boy's house and you called her all kinds of names at your boy's house, right? Or at your family's
that's it.
house. But
Yeah.
why on social media?
Exactly.
Why
That's
on
right.
social media?
But you know what? What I've learned
I
with
don't
dealing
like
with people and people like that normally have to go on a public arena, a social media, is they know they've done the most in private. So they need to do something messy to get an audience to say, take him back. Because they don't have enough private gestures to have warrant a relationship.
Not the right way to do it.
No, like,
Yeah, no.
No. Okay, but now with this story, there was something else that, I was holding to want to talk about is, Tip was indicated that, there was something that happened with him, Tiny China. My cipher queen here. So, your folk didn't deny
Show my
it.
face,
Hey,
right?
look, your folk didn't deny it.
So I had heard through the grapevine. I got some peoples now.
Uh-huh.
So there's been talks that maybe T.I. and Wifey like to have fun and spice up their relationship.
Okay.
And that maybe sometimes they will invite someone into that relationship.
Okay.
And what I say is, if that works for them in their marriage and in their relationship, do what works for you. So I had also heard through the grapevine, through a friend, a friend of a friend, that Blac Chyna was one of the people that had been invited at one point in time. So I guess since Rob Kardashian was already in his sensitive space,
Yeah.
T.I. responded to that saying, you need to be a man, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And Rob, being sensitive still in that space, replied back with, why are you talking when you know there was a threesome with with Blac Chyna and your wife and you? Yeah. So.
Lord have mercy.
So here's the issue that I have.
Yeah.
On Twitter, you have Black Twitter, and the Black Twitter feminists went off on this whole situation because
Okay.
their discrepancy is that a lot of people were saying because of Blac Chyna's, let's just say, liberalism and freedom, she is now being called a slut or whore or whatever. And I'm with the Black Twitter feminist. Why is it okay for people like Kim Kardashian and other actresses that have come up through Hollywood to do whatever they want to do behind closed doors and with whoever's husbands? There are people that are swingers and all kinds of things that have come out. Nobody has got on Twitter and called those women of other races whore and slut and all this. Why are we attacking my sister Chyna and slut shaming her because of her being free and liberal, and especially again on a social media platform, calling her out her name and saying she'll never be more than just a whore and that's all she does and she sells her body for a living? Why?
Well, I believe that our society, and I'm not only talking about just us in a whole as the United States, but I also believe that certain cultures are harder on their culture than others are.
That's right.
And if people are open sexually, I don't know, I'm not that person. My bedroom is for me and mine.
Exactly.
Me too.
Well, I don't do no sharing.
Yeah.
No.
So don't knock on my door. We don't do that.
That's right.
But that, because our culture is not, open to that, and others are. Our culture is kind of shame plugging with each other, and we love to put labels and names on each other because you do something I don't do.
Right.
And so I don't know. God bless you, Blac Chyna, Rob Kardashian.
That's right.
All of the
Wish
whole
you the best.
team.
Right.
We bless you.
Come advertise with Block 4D Productions. We are here to make sure your business, church, and brand is known. If you have any questions, please contact our sales team at 888-461-3711. Again, our sales team at 888-461-3711. Block 4D Productions, where we make your dreams reality.
Welcome back from the break. I'm so glad you're still here. Now, let's talk about something that is important to me, and I believe is important to you all. There's something in the water, and it ain't good here in Wilmington. It's literally something in the water. And I know I've seen some stuff that you were really kind of talking about even on your social media platform about what's going on in the water. Could you talk to me about that, and what are we doing, and what is our movement?
So there's a company, I'm going to just say it quickly. There's a company that had been dumping a chemical and many chemicals called Gen-X, and then there's a ton of other chemicals that had been dumped for the past 18 years. And so a company came out to test our water. I'm just breaking it down in layman's terms. A company came in and tested our water, and they found the Gen-X chemical, but they also found several other chemicals in the water as well, but the biggest amount was of the Gen-X chemical.
Wow.
And so, the biggest and the most well-known, the most recognizable was of the Gen-X. And so that chemical was in anyone's water who receives Cape Fear public utility water. So Carolina Beach, if you're out there on the island, it's not affecting you. So they started graphing a map of the areas that had been affected, and then they start talking to people that lived in rural areas and noticed that there was serious health issues.
Yeah.
The crops had been affected, animals had died, and there's still so much we don't know. I'm sure people are being affected in several other ways, but that's what, in the most layman's terms, that's what we know.
So this is funny to me. So you said this has been going on for 18 years, right?
Or more, but yes.
Or more. So everybody jumps and go to the grocery store and get all this bottled water, right? And so do I bathe in it? No, girl, go on and keep drinking the water and bathing because it's been there. No, y'all know I'm just joking. But it's been there.
Yeah.
And so why did not Cape Fear, is there any auditing services or someone that will check the quality of our water over time? And why do we wait so long to find out that somebody's dumping something in our water that's been toxic?
Well, go ahead.
So I have a question. I thought that this dumping of this chemical was actually to help the water, to purify it. So you're saying that was not a part of the system?
Whether
it's
or
been
not
dumped since 1980.
Right. So whether or not it's being used it had been used in the past to cleanse our water, I was not aware of that.
Okay.
If it is a purifier, then I would be interested to know where did the shift happen? Because so my friend works for Encore, and he's a fellow writer friend of mine, and he interviewed the company. And so the company, and he interviewed the company that did the testing of the water as well. And they were breaking down that they basically test the water, and they tell you how many parts of that chemical is in the water. So they liken it to a Olympic-sized swimming pool. And they say, of this chemical, Gen-X, this amount is in the water, parts of this, like it was an Olympic-sized swimming pool. That's how you do the math. And when he explained it, when the company explained it, they said that Gen-X was just one of 20 plus other dangerous chemicals. So they were using that terminology. Now, I'm not sure when there was that shift of it's cleaning the water and now it's harmful. I have no idea. I don't know about that. But
So, didn't they have a forum or some
they've
type
had
of
several
discussion?
forums.
Okay.
Lots of forums.
And so, where are we getting with these forums? What is it?
So where we are now, and I haven't been to all of them, but where we are now is one, at first the company said that they weren't going to stop dumping.
Wow.
Now we've gotten to the place because, I think, because it's my opinion, because we are now doing a lot of legal talk. We've gathered stories. Now the company said that they're going to discontinue the dumping, but the damage has already been done. And like I said, there's so many other chemicals that are in the water that we don't know a lot about, which is equally as scary.
Yeah,
but we're at the place now, just from an activist standpoint, I can only speak from this standpoint, and we are in a place where we are gathering stories. We are working with legal teams. We're doing more testing of people's water at home in different areas of the city, of their crops, their animals, people that grow gardens.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are now, because I think that a lawsuit is where we're moving.
Where we need it, we need to pursue it.
Yeah. So
Wow. So we're doing legal proceedings, and we're also doing some activist things for the community. Are there anything else that the people at home can do?
So I know that several of my friends have started this group where it's called Water Share. And so you can be sharing water. So we have a large homeless community. We have a lot of single mothers. We have people that are just impoverished. And so Water Share, if I understand it correctly, is where you're taking the water that you have access to that's clean or semi-clean and bottling it or containing it so that someone that doesn't have that luxury can also have clean water. Quote unquote, clean water.
Okay, that's awesome. So how can we get access to the map, knowing who has clean water, who doesn't have clean water,
So
all of that?
Star News, and correct me if I'm wrong, but several news stations have published it. And so I know Star News, so Elizabeth Montgomery posted. And if you follow Star News, they're the ones that cracked it open.
They did.
And so if you go to Star News, all of the information is there. And then there's actually 4 new activist groups that have started. So like Clean Water, Wilmington, Port City Clean Water. So if you just look on Facebook, all the information is there as well.
Okay. Well, you go ahead.
I'll say this as well because it's just so important. Not only does it affect us as a community, but one of the things that I heard is that for females specifically, and I just had this conversation that it will affect you being able to have children.
Wow.
Did you hear about that?
I did.
It's that important. And somebody was saying, like, it's funny because this gentleman made a joke in a restaurant and he's like, oh, I can drink it, it's all right, it's only really affecting the women anyway. It's if you guys, have kids.
What?
And, and another woman was like, no, it really is. So now you have these young kids that can be drinking this water that years later from now
Won't be able to have
may not have children, and it's because of this.
Right.
So another thing that I would say we can do, to those individuals that, if you do have the access and you can do this, this all about healthy living. So, we saw this with Flint as well, where even when we went and got bottled water, they were testing the bottled water, and that water was not what the companies claimed it was. So I would caution everyone that even if you're buying bottled water, if you can get a tester, test it.
Yes.
Or here's another option, go buy key limes. Not regular limes, key limes. It will naturally alkaline your water and it will purify the water for you. You literally chop a key lime in half, place it in the bottled water, keep it there overnight, and you can drink almost any kind of water and you're fine.
Excellent.
Tune in tomorrow to watch our special guest, Dr. Felicia Carter. Are you a high-promoting professional who lost sight on your mental and physical health? If that's you or someone you know, you want to watch Live Free Talk Show at 1 p.m.
All right, welcome back. We're so glad you came back from commercial. I'm so glad you're still following us on the show. It gets crazy in here. So now let's talk about this thing, hot nanny. Would you hire, if you are married, would you hire a hot nanny?
No.
Absolutely.
Heck
not.
no.
Absolutely not.
No, ma'am.
Well, why not? If she's in shape, she can keep up with the kids. What if she's, a college student and, she's trying to really get through college and she needs credits and all of that? Would you?
No.
I respect that. That's beautiful.
Okay.
I like where
That's
you're going.
right.
But I also understand and value the sanctity of marriage. And I'm not going to put kitty litter in front of the cat.
Hello.
I'm not going to do it.
Hello.
There are certain
Man,
things
y'all
that
have
you
just
should-
became a kitty litter. They said kitty litter in front of the cat. You are.
Not gonna do it.
There are just certain things that you have to guard yourself from but also your marriage, your relationship. So I'm not going to, and we can speak on several levels. I'm not going to, give a man my phone number. I don't care if he just wants to be friends. I'm not going to open that gate.
Yeah.
Because it's a slippery slope.
It is.
I'm not going to.
That's if
bring
you're
them-
married, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Married, yes.
Okay. Well, y'all know how I am. Okay.
Okay.
So, now, because, we had to, there's a situation where, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner got into marital issues because of the nanny. So, but, we're all professional women and we are advancing and doing great things. But a cleaner woman.
Let's go.
Okay. So if
go.
you didn't leave it out there for her to clean up.
Absolutely not. No.
So, well,
Okay, we about to get
play-
riled
I'm
up
gonna
now.
Oh!
Who's gonna take this one? Go ahead.
I'm gonna play
Felicia.
devil's advocate. I'm gonna play devil's advocate
Uh-huh.
because a part of me, the feminist in me, started to get a tinge after what you were saying. So
Okay.
I consider myself an attractive woman. So you mean to tell me if I am going into my job interview and Jennifer and Ben are there, you mean to tell me just because I'm attractive and I love children, which is true, I do love kids,
Okay.
and I go in, do the interview, I get a call, you've been denied, and behind closed doors they're saying I've been denied because it's going
too
to
cute.
cause turmoil in their relationship. 1, 2, I'd be darned if they're saying she's too attractive, she's too pretty. Because what is that saying, ladies? Is that saying that when you're attractive, you're not serious? Is that saying when you're attractive, you can't hold your own and be focused on the children?
Okay.
Is that saying that you are less
take
than
this one.
and now you are trifling and a slut or whatever because you're attractive? No, ma'am.
No, man.
No, ma'am.
I
don't-
I see it both ways. I see it. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be
Go
blunt.
ahead.
You are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely gorgeous. You would not be working in my home. And I'm gonna tell you why.
But why
I'm
not?
gonna
That is
tell you
ridiculous.
why.
That's okay
That is
to say.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna tell you why. And I am all for. Listen, my women know I love y'all. I will uplift y'all. And I think it boils down to this. And I'm not married yet. However, men are very visual creatures.
They are.
And so the first thing that a man is going to be attracted to, they are going to look. And there has to be some type of an attraction there. And then they get to know you mentally and hopefully spiritually, and you build upon that. But we all know men are visual creatures. You visually are gorgeous. Nothing against women who like women. I don't like women. I would look at you twice, baby girl.
Thank you, baby.
So because you're welcome, you wouldn't be able to work in my house. Nothing against no other ladies, but that's what it would be because I know if I'm gonna look at you twice,
Yeah.
I know my
That's
man
real,
might
and
look at
that's
you and
real.
linger.
And that's real. And that's why I
Yeah.
go to what you're saying. If you know that, then to thy own self be true.
Yes.
Like if you
Yeah.
know
Right.
that
Yeah. Right.
he would be different
Right.
than dabbling, then to thy own self be true.
Right.
But what I'm saying is don't discredit me.
Yes.
Immediately
Agreed.
because
Okay.
I'm attractive.
Agreed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I
At
agree.
least, boo, please look at the resume.
Yes.
Please.
But you know,
Right.
but
Check
now,
out my
Give me the
resume.
benefit of
now,
the doubt.
well,
Right.
can I say this though, dude? I'm a married woman. Is there a possibility that sometimes we may hand our man over to an attractive woman? What I mean by that is because we are not a. Listen, you're only hungry when you're not getting fed.
I've heard
Unless
I
you're
don't know.
greedy.
See, I think men use that because
Yep.
I've heard this before, and it really.
Yep, that bothers
Yes.
me.
I have
That bothers
heard
me.
a man say, well, she wasn't doing enough for me
Right.
emotionally, so that's
Right.
why I cheated. She wasn't giving it up enough for me, and that's why I cheated.
Right. Wait a
she
second.
She didn't cook enough for me. I
Okay,
couldn't
right.
come home and talk to her. I have to fight everything outside. I'm not trying to come home and fight within my household.
Right.
I think it's a cop out.
Right.
Yes.
But you know what?
That's right.
But see, we have these discussions as women, but statistics say 50% of us are cheating too.
Okay.
You know.
So now the tables have turned,
Wow.
and we are not our mothers and our grandmothers anymore.
Yeah.
And so our personal trainer comes in, and
Or our hot nanny comes in.
or our hot nanny, or our pool guy comes in.
Amen.
You know.
Okay,
pool guy.
so what happens now? Because now the table is turned. Because see, it's always easy to villainize a man because you're not a man.
Right.
That's true.
Very true.
But
Good
now
point.
the table is turned, and so you're telling me because he's handsome, you'll have an affair?
But this is my thing, to go off what S. Dot said. So just because we're both doing it, does that mean that our reasons are the same?
I believe so.
I don't think so.
I believe so. I really believe our reasoning is still the same. It's need-based. And a lot of times when people are in marriages or relationships, we stop having the real talk. We stop having the talk of, you are not attractive to me anymore. You're not keeping yourself up. I met you this way, so why are you letting yourself go? Or you're not really having conversation with me. When I met you, you were having dialogue with me that was tantalizing my mind, and it was causing me to want you more. We're not having those conversations to say you're not meeting my need.
Right.
And so when someone meet me in the grocery store and they say, hey, beautiful, or that was brilliant at the boardroom table,
That's right.
I take a second look.
Yeah.
I may not be visual like a man, but I am emotional. And if you compliment me
That's
too much
right.
when
That's
I'm
real.
not getting it at
Absolutely.
home,
That's real.
that is when I get a second look and go, wait a second, hold on.
right.
He likes my mind.
Yeah.
But does that make it okay?
Absolutely
to
not.
say,
Absolutely not.
my pool guy was complimenting me every day and my husband wasn't, so therefore I cheated.
No.
I think that's when us as women or whoever's married, that's when you go to your significant other and
Right.
say, and you have that difficult conversation,
Be real.
baby, you're not doing this for me anymore.
Right.
And this is what I need.
Right.
As
Exactly.
a woman, here is my love language. I need you to touch me and
You better
tell me
talk
I'm
about them
looking
love
good
language.
today.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And if you don't do that, this is where this could lead. I
Yeah.
think you need to be that real.
Yeah.
That blunt.
And
Absolutely.
then,
vulnerable.
right,
I
because
agree.
then you're holding them to the standard.
I
and
agree.
when you're married, that's a whole another ball game right there.
I agree.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
Marriage
Yeah.
is totally different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can't say you don't know. If I put my heart out there, you can't
I
say
put
you
it
don't
there.
know.
Right.
So either you're gonna step up to the plate or you're gonna lead me astray.
That's so
Agreed.
true. That's so true.
Okay, and I know we got to wrap up real quick, and this might be just something we just continue later, but how you communicate your needs is that important.
Absolutely.
Because she said something that you can't say I didn't say it. So if you don't meet my needs, you're gonna lead me astray.
Yeah.
But my husband said something to me one day. He says, I want to give you the love you can spend. He said, we have different currencies.
Yes.
And he said, so I want to give
Absolutely.
you the love that you can spend.
Absolutely.
That's the
That's it.
He
truth.
said, so what do you need from me and tell
That's
me
it.
how it
See, that's
spins
so
for you?
powerful.
That's it.
And so we both had to go ahead and
powerful.
learn how to communicate in the language he understands and
Thank
that I
you.
understand.
Right. No,
Thank
that's so
you.
important. Me
Yeah.
and my significant other had that conversation all the time. That
right.
just because you're trying very hard and you're saying what you think I want to hear, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm internalizing that as you being loving, compassionate,
Yeah.
tender.
Exactly.
Hello.
My
Exactly.
language is different, and so
different.
you got to speak to
Right.
me on the level that I
I'm
need
on.
it, so that
Yeah.
I can interpret it
Yeah.
as those things that I need, so that I don't feel like I'm not getting satisfied.
right.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been a great conversation. I love it here. And we'll see you again tomorrow.
Are you a fan of the Live Free Talk Show? If not, become one today by following us on all social media platforms listed below. And also add yourself to our website at www.livefreetalkshow.com. Again, that's www.livefreetalkshow.com. Thank you for joining the Live Free movement.